Hello, Keene ISD elementary teachers. This is Jeannie Heinerman, instructional coach, coming to you with a few updates curriculum-wise and a few updates campus-wise that we thought that you would like to have in your wheelhouse as you prepare for the upcoming year. And so today I'm just going to go over a few of those things with you. Welcome to our new hires, and I look forward to meeting you at the new teacher retreat this week. And so some of these things may not sound completely familiar to you, but never fear, because we will clear that all up in the next couple of weeks. So first thing, for those of you who have been on our campus for a while, we do usually give some kind of a beginning of the year assessment, and we are going to do that again this year. The dates are August 25th through 26th. We are only doing grades 3 through 5, math and reading only. And we will not be giving any kind of a release test. We're going to be giving, I'm going to be creating assessments that are based on the skills from the previous grade level. So if you teach 4th grade math, your students will be taking a test that's comprised of 3rd grade math concepts so that we can see accurately where the holes are and what we will use our shine time for and small grouping to fill those gaps. So just to let you know that you will not have to create one on your own. We will do that for you, and these are the dates that we'll be doing it. So during the first few weeks of school, the governor has said that parents will have the opportunity to kind of change their mind as to whether or not the option that they've chosen for learning for their kids is the right one. So we have to be pretty fluid for those first few weeks, as kids will be coming in or leaving and coming back in. And so for the first couple of weeks, we're actually going to ask you to kind of do a little bit of a virtual learning boot camp. So meeting with your team to discuss what must-haves do you feel like your kids need to have ready to go should we have to go virtual at any time. And these are just awesome things for you to use in the classroom as well. But during your shine time for the first month or so, you will not have anybody pulling your kids, because we're going to be using that data to figure out who's going with who. So your shine time can be used for you to set up accounts in all of these different virtual learning platforms. If some of these do not look familiar to you as new teachers, like Freckle or Flipgrid, maybe Epic Books or Nearpod, we will be going over that with our teachers during district in service. And so don't worry about that if it doesn't look familiar to you. Well, first of all, there are tons of learning videos out there if you kind of want to get an idea of what the platform is all about. But if you do not have time, or you wish to spend time in the pool with your kids instead, we will be giving you training on that in the next couple of weeks. But think about how your team is going to use their shine time to get everybody logged in, and giving them some virtual training on those platforms should we have to go virtual at a moment's notice. So how will this change our scope and sequence? It will not. So everybody will use their year at glance in TEKS resource to proceed as normal. Shine time can be used to spotlight those different platforms, and then you guys can use your teaching TEKS to practice with those different platforms like Flipgrid or Nearpod or anything like that. So they're excellent to use in the classroom, but they're also imperative to use should we have to go virtual, and we want our kids to be completely ready for that. Should we have to, should we be in school one day and not the next? Again, new teachers will be going over TEKS resource with you during your new teacher in service and professional development when we come back as a campus. So I have spent some time this summer creating some digital toolboxes for you, and I'm sure some of you have gone out there and found a lot of these on your own, but I'm going to share this document with Miss McIntosh, who will share it with you. She's also going to put these resources on our Keene Elementary Hub, which is where we keep all of our instructional tools and reports and forms and everything. So it's all in one place. So this will be on there as well. So I did not create this one. I actually got it from a friend that is an instructional coach as well. And she created this virtual math manipulatives and everything from, place value charts up to 3D dice. And what I love that she did with it is she created a problem of the day. And this is when she was virtual last spring. And she gave them a problem. And she asked them to choose the tool that they would need to solve that problem. And then she had the kids take a picture and add it to Seesaw. You could take a picture and add it to Seesaw, to Google Classroom, to anything like that. But those were all there at a glance. So feel free to share or to use. Just file, make a copy when I send it to you. I did create this one based off of that concept for reading. So these are all the tried and true websites that I personally have used in teaching reading in 6th grade when I did Model Classroom a couple years ago. There are more of them, but these are the ones that I used the most, that I found the most value in, that I thought were closely aligned to our TEKS. And if you click on the actual picture, it will take you to that website. There are 2 separate ones here. There are 2 separate ones here because there were just so many that I just needed them to be part of it. So if you click on them, it should take you directly to that website for you to look at. So something I've been doing over my break is looking for, the best ways to help you guys teach in your classroom, but also to teach virtually and to be able to do, asynchronous and synchronous learning, at the same time. So the other day I was reading, if you do not follow Casey Bell with Shake Up Learning, I would highly, highly suggest you do. She is like the guru of all things Google Classroom, but she's just a wealth of information. And she had a podcast on 10 Chrome extensions you probably didn't know exist, and you should. And this was one I had never heard of, but oh my goodness, it is a game changer. And so it is a Google Chrome add-on, and for those of you who are brand new, you might think, I have no idea what that is. Again, not a problem. We will teach you how to get there. But if you go to the Chrome store, you basically are just going to search for Insert Learning, and you're going to save it to your wheelhouse. Again, there are tons of videos out there that will tell you how to, install an application from Google Classroom, but we will teach you again when we see you in the next couple of weeks. But this is an awesome tutorial from a teacher who found it and just stopped everything that she did and did a screencast about it. And I watched it, and it was awesome. Things I like about it, it's compatible with Google Classroom, but you literally can take any web page and transform it into an interactive lesson by inserting questions, videos. You can even have a discussion group virtually. It is amazing. So I just wanted to share that with you, but I also just wanted to show you what that's going to look like. So I'm going to go right here. NPR is one of those parts of my virtual reading tools that we use. National Public Radio has some awesome kids informational passages. So just for example, if you were to click on this passage and say, oh, I'm going to read it. Oh, yeah. I want to definitely make this interactive. I have already, let's try that later. No, I don't really want that. Okay, so I've already downloaded it up here to my Google add-ons, and so I'm down here on Insert Learning. So all I do is click on that, and you'll see that this comes up over here. It's a little toolbar. And so as I'm reading, and I'm thinking, oh, is there anything here that I want to... I think the word novel. I think I want to highlight that because I'm going to ask a question about that word because we think of novels as something we read. So I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to insert a question. And it says, now click on paragraph to insert the question. Here comes the question. So I might say, in this passage, what does the word novel mean? And then, of course, no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so we'll do that again. And I'm going to create my question. And I can turn it into a multiple choice question. I can do all of these awesome things. Okay, so then I walk down here and I think, oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this paragraph, and I want to have a discussion with my kids. So click on it. And what's the discussion topic? Face masks. In or out? And I'm going to create it. Okay, so let's just decide that this is a quick tutorial. So I'm done here, and if I click on more options, I can print it, I can save it, I can assign it, I can go to Google Classroom, I can assign to students. And so I've already got a class in this particular, you have to go in and set up your classes, but then once you do, you can post it to their Google Classroom, you can save it as a link. It is amazing. Okay, so how much does it cost? Well, it's one of those freemium, I like to call them, or I think I heard it somewhere, that it's part free, part paid. And the free part is that you get 5 lessons that you can post to any number of students, and they're free. And then, of course, you have to pay for it afterwards. But what else I like about it is every time you share your code with a fellow teacher in another district or anybody who you think would benefit from this, and they use your code to sign up, you get a free month. So you could potentially share this with 6 or 8 friends and get enough months to get you through the year. Anyway, love. So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so back to this. That's just kind of a crash course on everything and kind of what to be expecting in the coming weeks. Having said that, for those of you who are new to the district, one of the things that you can do with an instructional coach is book time. And so if you are just like, you're frustrated, or you're like, hey, I want to know more about this, or I just kind of want a private tutorial, I want you to come in and model a lesson, I want you to come in and observe me, whatever, you can book time. And so here's how you do it. On the hub underneath my name is my calendar, and I have open times where you can go in and book time. So next week I have all these times that are open. So if you're like, hey, I'm going to be up on campus next week, she's going to be there, so I want to go ahead and book time with Jeannie. You tell me where, you tell me, give me a few ideas of what you want from me so that I can come prepared, and then you save it and it will put it on my calendar. And then it will immediately send me a notification, and then I just appear at your door. So that doesn't require you asking permission from anybody to book that time. It is purely for you to use me as a resource. I need help doing this. I need help locating these materials. I want to know more about this. I'm struggling with classroom management. It is just you helping yourself to grow to be a better teacher, and that's what I'm here for. So again, I'm going to go ahead and send this to Miss McIntosh, and she's going to share this slide deck with you so that you can access the information, but those resources are also going to be put on the hub when Miss McIntosh returns from her vacay. So #jealous. Anyway, just a little update, and if you need anything from me, you can email me, and I will be back in the office on Monday. Have a great weekend.